All right, we'll call the meeting to order. So we've got a couple of things that we've got to we got to vote on, but we'll start out with Sean. If you want to do a project review.
Mute myself. Yeah. So as far as the project goes, we've been substantially complete for a while. Brate has a couple springtime items to be touched up for their contract work. They have some striping to do at the Phelps school. There was like some hopscotches and basketball court striping that they're going to do this spring. The Jefferson, they have a date for the rake and seed first week in April. So I talked to the Parks Department about this, and just an FYI, Brate is going to add a man gate or just give them access to one of their gates so that people from the Parks Department can get inside there and access. There's a storage box, and then if fly balls and things go over there, we'll let them access that. But we thought it'd be better to leave the fencing up to keep people in the general public off that until the lawn gets established, because there's nothing worse than planting lawn and then having people walking their dogs and playing in there, and it'll just never grow. So Parks was okay with that. They're not looking to take that space over yet, but they are looking to access it. So we'll just provide them access like we did over at the other softball field. Um, and then right now for the other softball field, we have tentative sod dates towards the end of April. They're going to try to improve on that. Obviously, Rad's busy, but they have landscaping work to do. They have infield work to do. They have some outfield work to do, and then the sod. He said that the sod growers don't typically switch over or start selling sod until mid-April anyway. So we're working on the schedule with him and just to get him over there and get that field work started as well. So that's it from a building update. I do have invoices if you want to go there, or if anyone has questions on the building itself.
No questions on
Um,
that. Okay.
oh yeah, one more thing, just so Jane knows, the design team and the graphics people are working on a redesign of that map, because it turns out that the some of the labeling was too small to be cut on vinyl. So SMA is working on a redesign of that, and they're going to recut it and redo the whole thing.
Thank you.
Okay. And if I can share my screen over here, can you see the invoice log here?
Yeah.
All right, so just 3 invoices. One is from the law firm that the town engaged to talk about that claim that RBO has filed. That comes directly through Doug's office to me for processing. The next one is the PMA standard. That's a monthly invoice to do stuff that's outside of the scope of contract. The field work, claim stuff, and the other things. And then Ockers, this is a piece. They installed a cage over one of the wireless access points. They had billed for this back in December, but it hadn't been installed yet, so we wouldn't pay them. They finally resubmitted it, and Tim Wells confirmed that it has been installed. So $550 closes them out as well. So that's it for invoices this month. I did not receive one from Brate. I don't think they had a whole lot of work done over the winter, but I will expect one probably at the end of March.
Okay. Any questions? All right. So there are a few things that we talked about in the last meeting. One being the fencing or the netting that's between the baseball field and the new turf field. We also had talked with the Parks Department and Parks commissioners about a piece of equipment that they kept talking about, but they weren't able to get us what exactly they were looking for. And I've got that information. And then we wanted to kind of finalize what we're going to do with the snack shack. So I'll do the piece of equipment for the field first. So talking with Peter Ewell, Rich Furlong, kind of going back and forth. They finally provided information on the piece of equipment that they were looking for, and this came from, I guess, some contacts that they have over in Weymouth that have a couple of turf fields that they take care of, and the recommendation was this piece of equipment has been extremely beneficial for them in maintaining the field. It's a litter cat unit. And the price is $9,920. So I did have that, I do have that quote from them. And that includes freight. So it was 9140 for the unit and about $780 for freight. So that would close out anything that the parks would need to help maintain that that field. They've already got Sean, what was it? It was one or two pieces of equipment already, right? Smaller pieces. And this would be the last one. Yep. So if there's any if anyone has any questions on that, if not, look to try to take a vote to get that approved.
I make a motion to approve the sweeper for the turf for the Parks Department.
So a motion by
Second.
Chris,
Second.
Alan second. All right. So we'll go off Jane,
Yes.
Mark. Yeah. Chris is okay. Danielle,
Yes.
Jill. Jill, I'm sorry, did you give an okay? Nothing from Jill. Emily?
She's giving thumbs up and shaking her head, yes.
Yes.
Oh, all right, that works. Emily?
Yes.
Emily's okay. Alan was okay. Christine?
Yes.
Oh, this is jumping all over. Okay.
Sorry, Rich, I was
Yes.
stuck on mute. Yes.
All right, Jill is good. All right, I think I got everyone in yes as well. And Dan.
Yes.
All right.
Jared is also a yes.
Oh, Jared, I forgot. How did I miss you? I am so sorry. So that's approved.
First time ever.
So the next one we'll talk about is the fencing between the field. Mark, if you want to talk about this, the other one, you did a lot of work on this, I believe, and got the information. The total is $23,844.21.
Yeah, so that price includes everything. That's turnkey right there. That's not much more to say. Backfill, excavation, concrete, netting, and accessory installed.
And that will give some protection from any of the foul balls coming from the baseball field.
Right,
So,
so
we're not picking off kids on the on the turf field.
So, I ran it by Parks to make sure the height was good. I had the right number type netting that's appropriate for baseballs as opposed to another sport. So I ran it by him in case I missed anything.
Yep.
Seems like everything's in order.
Okay. Any
So-
any questions of the discussion?
Rich, just to provide a little more information, Mark sent me the quote, and I'll just read it here so everyone in the room understands. It's a 15-foot high by 105-foot long net. Poles are spaced at 17.5 feet. There are 15 and 12-foot poles. I assume that they're going to taper up and down. But it'll be cabled across. And as Mark said, he did all the legwork on this. I didn't do anything. He just sent me the quote, and he ran it by the Parks Department. They're happy with it. The one thing that it does not include, it says, is ground prep before installation and electric work. I suspect you're not going to need that. They're just going to go in and drive their equipment onto the ground. It's not, I don't think there's any prep required, but just an FYI. It's listed on the quote.
Okay. Any other questions? If not, I'll take a motion.
A motion to approve the netting for in between the JV baseball field and the turf.
Motion by Chris, second.
Second.
Jane's got the second. All right, we'll do the same thing. So we'll go down. Chris is okay. Christine,
Yes.
Jane,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Danielle,
Yes.
Jill,
Yes.
Jared,
Yes.
Mark,
Mark again?
oh, did I already
Yep.
say Mark? All right, and then myself. Sorry about that.
And Emily.
Oh, and Emily,
Yes.
sorry.
And Jared.
I said Jared.
You did?
I did.
Sorry. He remembered me this time.
I did remember you this time. So, all right, so we're good on both the on the fencing and the equipment. And then now back to the snack shack. So can have a little discussion on this. I know me and Alan have had some conversations. There was and I don't know, Alan, have you talked to Mark a little bit about what we talked about?
I haven't had a chance to do that, so I'd kind of like to punt this to the next meeting. I did reach out to a company and I got the sense, I think we're looking at, $20,000, maybe $25,000. And so I'd like to have some conversations with Mark and some other folks, before the next meeting, because it seems like something, that maybe we could do ourselves, but I want to talk to Mark about that. I don't want to put him on the spot right now.
Sean, question on that. If we decided to do the construction of that building on our own, right? Like as a project for, the wood shop or something, would we be able to put the material list through the project and just purchase the material?
I think that's a question for kind of the on for as far as I'm concerned, if this committee approves a bill and tells me to process it through this project, I will process the bill through the project. But I think the question is from the committee side to I would assume it would be Doug Lapp would be the right person to ask on that. Is that an appropriate use of the funds, and does it adhere to what the town voted for as part of the override? And if the answer to that is yes, then I think you just send me the bill from Home Depot or wherever you get the wood from, and we process it.
Okay. So I'll talk to Doug tonight because I'm going to be with him. So, okay. And then Alan, if you and Mark want to have a conversation, if that becomes a viable option, I think that might be, might be a good avenue.
Yeah, I'd like to have some conversations again. I don't want to put Mark on the spot right now, but I'll talk to him.
Okay.
As someone who's built a shed or two, it's a lot of work. There's a reason why they charge what they charge for those sheds.
No, I know.
Understood.
Well,
I guess
we get a shot.
what I would like to hear from the committee is, to me, it's going to be sitting in a very prominent place, and I don't want to put something dumpy looking there. And I just want to make sure that the rest of the committee feels the same way. I think it should be a pretty sharp looking setup, whatever it is. It's right there in front of a $1.2 million field and attached to a beautiful project. And I don't want to put something dumpy there. So I don't know if anyone else on the committee had any thoughts on that.
Past meeting, I said the same thing, Alan, just so you know.
I mean, I ended up going to Chapin's just to see what was there and they've got some really nice quality sheds,
Mhm.
but they are more sheds than what would be, not that they wouldn't be functional, but if it's something that we could custom build, versus taking what they've got and making
Yeah.
it work. And again, the quality of their sheds are very good. But they're more designed for storage sheds or little houses versus, you know, a setup for concessions.
Yeah. Our wood shop program built a beautiful shed in the courtyard of the high school. And it was a project that the kids worked on. And at the time, we had a course called Everyday Repairs. So they were learning to replace windows, they were learning to fix holes in walls, they were learning to do basic roofing, and it fit nicely into the curriculum. So I'd like to explore that for a minute and see if that's a possibility. But again, the main thing is I just think it should be whatever it is, it should be very, very nice.
Any additional comments from anyone on the committee?
I just would like to add that I agree, that I think it needs to fit in with the space. I also don't want it to be delayed, which I don't know if that would be the case if we went with the wood shop route compared to like a prefab or a custom order or whatever it may be. That's just my 2 cents there.
Anyone else? Okay. So if nothing else, Sean, do you have anything else as part of?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
We're just trying to finish up, unfortunately the winter sets in and there's some outside work we can't do, but now it's getting warm. I know today was the first day of spring, it's close to the first day of spring. It didn't really feel like it, but we're going to be there pretty soon. So we're looking forward to getting everything else wrapped up, and yeah, whatever else you find to do, we'll do that as well.
all right.
So,
Rich, do we have to vote that rad price in of the 77,000? I thought that's.
No,
what we-
that's already been done.
Okay, we did that.
We did that.
Okay,
We did that a while ago. Yep. Yep.
I got-
These were the last 3 things that were still kind of pending. You know, it was just getting information, right? So the only thing we'll still have pending, so we'll look to have another meeting next month, and we'll have, again, make sure we have a quorum. And at that point, you know, hopefully we'll have a solution on the snack shack. All right. So with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Rich, it looks like Mark Shum has his hand raised or a question.
yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, Ken, no, yeah.
Okay. So, the contract for the netting. Do you want me to sign it? You want to sign it? No, you let me know. Nothing's been pulled on the trigger. It's going to take at least 4 weeks to get materials.
So, Alan, do you want to sign it?
He's muted.
You.
He's still.
So Mark, have Alan sign it, so he's an authorized signator on it, so he
It's a
can sign it and we should be good.
I'll email it to him.
All right.
Okay.
All right, with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Got a motion by Chris, got a second by Jane. I'm not gonna do a call out, just everyone raise a hand if you're in agreement. All right. Thank you. We'll see you